Hi guys, this is Ola, the Code Master. Today I will show you how to create a Pong game just like this one, in which a ball is moving around and we are trying to catch the ball. Anytime we able to catch the ball, we get score, and when the ball touch the red line that we're unable to catch the ball, the game stop, and you can start over by clicking the start button here, which is the flag. Then your score will also start over. Okay, and you can move from one level to another. The game will take you to another level automatically once you attain a particular score. Okay, so sorry, let's play with little with it so that you can see the end result of this game. So okay, I just want to level 2. Let's see, level 3. So once you attain a particular score, the game will take you to another higher level, and all these things you can create it by yourself. You can design the score by yourself. You can do everything from scratch in Scratch. Okay, so you can see I'm now in level 5. Oh, I lose. I'm able to get to final. But if you're able to get to final, then you become a living legend. So let's see if we can try to get to final before we start creating our own, so that you can see the full potential of this game. Okay, you can see the game is funny. I was the one created the game, and I still lost in the game. So yeah. Lost again. Okay, so let's start over. Maybe let's start. Don't want to waste more time, but just want you to see the final stage of this game. Okay, so level 3. So you can see it's counting my score, and when my score get to a particular level, I will get to another level. Okay, so I think this should be the final stage. So I have 24 now. If I'm able to get 30, then I will become a living legend. Yeah, you can see I'm now a living legend, and oh, I lost again. Okay, so that's it. Now let's see how you too can create a Pong game like this, or any other Pong game of your choice, using this idea. Okay, let's go straight to the work and let's get started. Let's create it from scratch in Scratch. Okay, yeah, so let's get rid of this. Let's start afresh from scratch. Okay, launch your Scratch. Now we are here, so let's get rid of this. Okay, let's start the work from this beginning. Okay, now the first thing I would like to do is to select my object that will be moving around. So come to sprite and choose a sprite of your choice. You can think of any type of ball here. You can use baseball, ball, normal ball, apple, and anything. But for me, I would like to use a tiny tennis ball. Okay, the next thing is to set my background. Which background do I prefer? So for me, I want to use the playing field, okay, as my background. Okay, yeah, we call it backdrop. Okay, so now the next thing is to set my ball to motion. So, and that is simple to do. Just come to motion. I want to set, our ball needs to be moving around for different location. Okay, so you can use this function move 10 steps. So this 10 can be changed to anything depend on the velocity we want. So you can see once I click it, my ball is moving, but it's only moving when I click on that function. So what I can do to let it move forever is to put a forever loop. So I want my object to continue moving, so then I will use a forever loop. Now you can see it move forever, but what happened? It gets stopped. The ball stop when it gets to the edge of the edge. Okay, so and I don't want my ball to stop at that edge. I want it to able to bounce back. So to able to do that, I need to go to motion and look for this function that say if on edge bounce. So and it's already on edge now. I want it to bounce, so carry this one. Then you can see the ball is bouncing now when it is on edge. Okay, so what next to do? You can see our ball is moving in one direction, front and back, left and right, just two direction. Okay, and we want the ball to able to move around different direction. So what can we do? We can do what? Point in direction. So you under the motion, you see this function point in direction, then you can decide which direction your ball points to whenever it touch the edge. Okay, so let's assume I want to use 47 degree because it's moving on horizontal line now, and I want it to be moving, changing by 47 degree whenever it turns the edge. Okay, you can see now my ball is moving around different direction. I can put it there. Then I want to be able to stop, play and stop function. This play and stop function, the flag I want it to serve as my play. So I can say come to event and click when the flash click starts. So whenever I click, I can stop here, I can start. Now it's done, it's working. Okay, let's continue, let's keep moving. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to bring our pad that we'll be using to catch the ball, preventing it to get to the ground so that we will not lose in the game. Okay, so you can use anything to represent your pad, that's your choice, but you can see you can browse here and choose any object. You can see you can see any object, you can see paddle, you can see, but for me I like this magic one. I call it magic flame. Okay, so this is what I want to use to be catching my ball. Now it's here, but it's stagnant, it can't do anything. But what I want it to able to do is I want I want to be able to use my mouse to control the movement of this my magic flame, so that I can move to any direction I want with my mouse to able to catch the ball with this magic flame. Okay, so what can I do? We need to code. So let's go to code and see how to do that. Okay, so click on the magic flame, then we want to go to sense. Before that, let's go to motion, then set our object. Because under here you will see set S2, and this set S2, it will set S, take S to a particular position that you put here. And I've said in one of my previous lectures, if you don't, just a recap, that S simply means position on this background. If you are moving to the right side, that's positive, positive, and you are moving to the left side, that's negative. So you can see the magic flame is here now, which is minus 72. So let's assume I put 100, and you can see it move it to that position. But now it is my mouse that I want to use to decide where my magic flame will be. So I will go to sensing, just like sensor, sensing. So, and I will look for mouse S. So put it in here. Now, then for it to, I want it to happen continuously, forever and ever. So I'll come to control and use forever loop to wrap it up, and you can see now my magic flame is moving with my mouse cursor. As I'm moving my cursor on my computer, you can see the magic flame is also moving with it. Okay, so I want this particular code also to start together whenever I click the flash, the go button, the start button. Okay, so I will use when click the flash, then start. So now you can see the ball is moving, and I'm able to move my magic flame around. But the issue now is that my magic flame, nothing happened when it touched the ball. So what can I do? Let's go back to ball and give it a control and order to obey whenever it touches the ball. Okay, so click on your ball, go to code, then let's code it. Okay, so what will I do? I will come to control and use if condition. That is, if the ball touch my magic flame, then what should happen? The ball should return to another direction. Okay, so under control, click on if function. If, and what else? If, then come to motion. Oh, look, if the ball, if h, okay, if the ball touch, okay, we go to sensory, that is touch, that's sensory, sensor. Okay, if the ball touch the magic flame, I call it magic flame anyway, then what should happen? Motion, we want it to return, and what angle should it return to this time around? And we will use 80 degree. If you look at the cycle on the feed, and a straight line was drawn in between the cycle, we divide it into two, that is 80 degree each. Now when you are on 80 degrees and you turn, any direction you turn to is opposite of where you are coming from. So here we will use 80 degrees. So whenever our ball turn, turn to opposite direction, that means it turns back. Okay, so now then when it turns, what says move a step from the magic flame. So it can be anything. Let's use 5, and we want this to occur continuously. That means we need to wrap it with forever loop. But let in case let's assume you forget to wrap it with forever loop, you can see it's not performing the function yet. So let's stop the game and wrap it with forever loop. So because when you don't wrap it with forever loop, that code will execute once, and you know the ball is moving continuously. That means the code for that control also need to happen continuously to able to work properly. So in that case, you just need to wrap it with forever loop. Okay, so now let's play. Then for this code as well to start together, whenever we click on the flash, then come to event and click on flash, when flash click. Okay, so now all our code should be working together. You can see our magic flame is able to catch the ball down. You can see, but one thing now is that whenever we unable to catch the ball, what happen? The ball continue moving. No, we want to be win and lose, able to win and lose. So anytime we're unable to catch the ball, the game should stop. That means we lose. And when we catch the game should count our score. So let's continue moving. Okay, so the next thing, let me quickly add, there's a lot of things we should come back to this particular block later, but for now let me just add this one, because when the ball touch the flame, I want you to wait for like 0.5 seconds before it move. Okay, you know, when you're playing game, the egg will touch the pad, and before it moves, it takes a little seconds, like 0.5 seconds. Okay, so now let's continue. Let's leave this block now. The next thing we want to do is we want to create a barrier, that is a rule when when are we going to lose. So what happened for us to lose? So now I want to, whenever the ball touch the ground, and where's the ground? So we need to demarcate the ground. We can look for a line. You can scroll here and browse anything that shoots what you actually want to do. For me, let me just search for line here. Then okay, we can use this line. You can change the color to any color of your choice, maybe white, black, whatever. So this is the line. That's our demarcation. And what we want this line to do for us is that whenever the ball touch the line, we should lose. The game should stop. Okay, now how can we do that? Let's go back to our ball and code that. Okay, so let's go to control and use this if function again, I think. Okay, so now what happened if, look, if the ball, okay, let's use sensor now. If the ball touch this line, but there is nothing, I'm coming, just a minute. So if the ball touch the line, okay, what will happen? Let's go to control. We want the game to stop all. You can see we have different stop, but stop all here. Then we want it to work with the flash, so we can go to events and put this, okay. So let's try this out, but this will not work now because we did not add forever loop, because it's an action that we want it to happen continuously. So let's come to control and pick forever loop and add forever loop to our code. Okay, now if we start our game again, you can see cache it, but lose. So when it touches the line, we lose and the game stop. Fine, code working perfectly. So what is the next thing we want to do? Now our ball is able to move around. We can able to cache, and the game can stop now when we lose. But now we want to able to count our score. We want to be able to count our score, so that the game should be counting our score for us, so that we can know how many ball we able to cache. Okay, then don't forget our game also have different level layer that will take us, once we attain a particular score, we achieve a particular score, it will take us to another level. So let's get continue. Now for the score, for us to able to count our score, we need to create a variable. So you can come here under variable, make a variable, and call our variable score. Score. Okay, now you can see our variable here is 0 now. So now we can increase our score by 1 or by any number, anytime we cache we're able to cache the board with our magic flame. So we can use this syntax. Let's pick this one, change variable by s. Then let's go back to this block. This where we should be counting. So let's change the variable to our score. We have already created score under variable. Then change score by 1 when touch the magic wonder. Sure, now we have it. So let's play it again and see if that works. You can see our score is counting now. It's counting 4, 5, 6, lose. Now one thing you will notice here now is that our score will lose now, in which we have 8 in the score, but when we start again, the score continue from the counting continue from 8. This 10, when we start again, it will continue 11, 12, but that is wrong. Whenever we lose, the score should start from 0. That is, the score also should start from 0, start over. So how can we manage that? So we can use this particular syntax, then you can change it to the score, because that's our variable. So set score to 0 whenever flash key. When you want to start over, you got to click on this flash. So whenever we click when you apply the flash, click, then set score to 0. So let's check that out if it work. Okay, yeah, 1 2 3. Oh, it's going. So, oh, lose. Okay, so let's start over. Click on the flash. You can see the score is starting. The score also start over now. Start from 0 again, not like before. You can see that is working perfectly. Now what next? What next is that we want to able to move to another level. Let's when we play this, we achieve a particular score, we should able to move to another level in the game before we get to the final stage. Okay, now how we do is how we create different level for this game. You can see this level is working perfectly now, but when there's a lot of things like some trick that we can carry out here, like this 180 degree, we can pick it randomly. Okay, but we will come back there later. Let's continue. It's optional, you can do it, you can leave it, but I will show you the reason why you should carry out that action or not when later on. But now let's create different level for our game. Let's assume this level 1, so I'll go to background, backdrop. Okay, I can name this level 1. Oh, let me plug my system. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so now I call this one level 1. I can give the any color of my choice, any font of your choice. That's it, level 1. Then also I can label the background here, level 1. Let me get rid of this white background, we don't need it. So this level 1, so let me add another backdrop for level 2. Okay, maybe this one. Okay, level 2, let me add as much I want. Let's say another level, looking for amazing one. Yeah, I want it to be my last one. Then I can upload for my system. For instance, I have a particular one I want to use for the final stage, which is Living Legend. Just select it for your system. Then let me add 1 or 2 more. Which one do you like? Oh, which one do you like? Maybe the playing place. You can think of this. Okay, now I can arrange them in order I want them. Okay, this one first, second, then okay, I want it in that order, so let's label it. I call this one level 2. Then I want to assign it here, level 2. Level 2. I can change the color. Okay, then next one, level 3. Then I can also write it here so my player can see it. They can know what level they are at a stage. Level 3, then level 4. Let me also have it here. Level 4, level 5, level 5. Let's also have it here. Level 5. Legend stage final. Let's call this one final. You are a living legend. So okay, so let's call this one final. Yeah, we have different level, but how can we make that function working with our code? Okay, now what I will do is that I will assign a particular score for each level. That is, once you get to a particular score, you move to particular level. Okay, so let's go to control here and use this function wait until. Okay, this one, so I will tell it to wait until what happen. So until when my score, where's variable, then this score, you can carry it. When my score, then operation, when the score equal to so number. So what is that number? When the score is equal to 5, I will put score here. Then I will put this operation inside wait until. Now wait until 5. When the score is equal to 5, then what should happen? Then you should move to next backdrop, that is next level. Okay, now that's it. So with this, when the score gets to 5, you move to next backdrop. So this, we can repeat this for other level. We just need to change the figure. So I can easily click on this, I can create it again, or click and copy and paste. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, you can see. So here I will say wait 10, and this one I will say wait till 15, and this one I will say wait till 20. So when you get 20, you move to next, and this one wait till maybe 25 or 30. So when you get to 30, yeah, when you get to 30, then move to next background. So this is it. Now let's test it out. Oh, loose. Now you can observe something now. When we start the game, it starts from the background that we have, but we want it to take us back to the level 1. Anytime you lose and you want to start over, the whole game to start over from level 1, including your score. So you can see you are the final stage. Yeah, so we need to control that. So how can we do that? So you just need to go to yes, under look, then switch backdrop. So when should we switch our backdrop? So shift backdrop to level 1 when 0 press, when flash press. So now you can see as we click on flash, now if you lose again, you start over again, it take you back to level 1. So let's practice it. Let's see. Oh, level 2, level 3, level 2, sorry. Now we lose at level 2. So if we click on the flag again to start over, because we lose, you can see it take us back to level 1 and start our score back from 0 again. So let's play it again and see. Our game is ready now, and let's enjoy playing it together. And you should be thinking about your own idea how to create. Lose, start over, create. So you can see working perfectly. Level 2, level 2. I try to get to you can see I create a game and also lose. So it's tricky, right? Yeah, but let's just try to get to the final stage and see the end result. Oh yeah, level 4. Yeah. You guys, you can try and you get there. Yeah. I was supposed to lose my game, the game that I created. Oh, guy. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Oh, lose again. So guys, you can continue playing like that till you get to the end. That's just it. You can use this idea to create your own Pong game. It's nice, it's fun. Make fun out of it. It's good. With this, it will give you better understanding of programming. Thank you. See you next time. I still remain my humble self, Olarewaju, the Code Master. Thank you.